From an early age, you were taught that paying taxes is a duty, almost a moral obligation. But no one told you who wrote those rules, or why. While you fill out forms and calculate every cent, others are playing above the board, using the very laws that bind you as ladders to climb higher. Taxes didn't emerge as social justice. They were born as a tool of control. Governments, pressured by wars and debts, realized it was easier to tax workers than to challenge the true owners of capital. And like a magician's trick, they convinced the masses that contributing more was a form of patriotism. But the rich, they learned a different lesson. Rich Dad used to say, "Tax knowledge is the greatest silent power." While Poor Dad filled out forms, Rich Dad built corporations. Because a company is more than a business. It's a legal shield, an entity that lets you move money, protect assets, and pay less tax legally. This isn't cheating, it's intelligence. It's understanding that the game is made of rules, and whoever learns them first plays better. Here's the irony. An employee earns, pays taxes, and only then gets to spend what's left. A company earns, spends on everything it needs, and only then pays tax on what remains. That changes everything. The middle class works for money, the rich make money work for them, and then they protect it. Through holding companies, investments, tax planning. Strategies never taught in school, but shared over dinner at the tables of the wealthy. Have you ever wondered why millionaires have teams of accountants, lawyers, and consultants? It's not because they have problems. It's because they understand the system. They know that every legal loophole is an opportunity, that every paragraph in the tax code can be a bridge or a trap. And why does the system allow this? Because the laws are written by those who understand money, not those who merely work for it. Fiscal policy often favors those who create jobs, move capital, invest in strategic sectors. In other words, those who understand the game. The real tragedy isn't paying taxes, it's paying them blindly. It's not knowing that legal alternatives exist, smarter paths, structures that benefit those willing to study. Most people grumble in silence, they complain, but remain trapped in the same cycle. The rich, silently, they build fortresses. The question Rich Dad asked still echoes. Do you want to be someone who complains about the system, or someone who understands it and plays to win? Because money has no loyalty. It flows to clarity, strategy, and vision. And in the next shift, you'll see how that vision can turn small steps into empires no one sees until it's far too late.